Welcome to CBTSport.net Game of the Week. Bringing you high school, college, amateur, semi-pro, and professional sports video from right here in Central Vermont. Over a decade of local Central Vermont sports video action. Get ready, because it's time for the CBTSport.net Game of the Week.
My daddy made this. Daddy!
Welcome, Hoop fans, to Spaulding High School, where tonight we've got the Spaulding Crimson Tide boys team coming in with a record of 4-2, taking on the visiting Lamoille Union Lancers, coming in with a record of 2-3. Welcome in, everybody. Lori Shepard calling the game tonight, Michael Deering on the camera, and our producer, Ben Brown. The Spaulding Crimson Tide coming off a loss to the Montpelier Solons in the second annual Winter Solstice tournament this past Saturday to put their record at 4-2 on the season. The Lamoille Lancers coming off a 67-46 win over the North Country Falcons on Friday night to bump their record up to 2-3 on the season. Both of these teams on this young season playing very good basketball. Obviously in Division II, everybody's chasing the four-time Division II state champs, Montpelier Solons. But you've got the Crimson Tide at 4-2 and the Lamoille Lancers at 2-3, two Division II teams that are jockeying for position, but it is still early in the season, but two teams that are playing some really good basketball right now. In the opening game, a very extremely entertaining JV game, we have the Lamoille Lancers coming away with a 42-35 victory. We're going to take a look right now at the starting five for Coach Jose Crittenden's Lamoille Lancers. Starting at guard, number 2, a senior, Graydon Conger. Starting at guard, a junior, number 12, Colby Hall. Starting at forward, a senior, number 21, Azariah Hungerford. Starting at center, just a sophomore, number 24, James Wallace. And rounding out the starting five for Coach Crittenden and the Lamoille Lancers, a junior guard, number 25, Jackson Hogue. On the flip side, the Spaulding Crimson Tide under second-year coach Marcus Thornton. They will be starting in the front court. Number 0, a junior, Jackson Like. The swing guard, a junior, and number 1, Fletcher Finnegan. In the backcourt, a senior guard, number 2, Alex Cepeda. In the backcourt, a senior guard, number 5, Aiden Badger. And when he gets heating up, look out, folks. He can score in buckets. And rounding out the starting five for the Spaulding Crimson Tide, a junior guard, number 22, Luke Emmons. And again, the Spaulding Crimson Tide are head coached by Marcus Thornton in his second season, assisted by Brian Pellegrini and Ryan Tatro. Hoop fans, we are just a national anthem away from this Division II Capital Division game between the Spaulding Crimson Tide playing host to the Lamoille Union Lancers. We'll be right back for the tip.
This game is made possible by CVTV723.org. If you want to support live-streamed Spaulding High School sports, please go to cvtv723.org and look for the Donate Now tab.
Vermont middle and high school students can start college for free at the Community College of Vermont. Get a taste of college life and learn about options after high school by attending an Access Day and enrolling in our Intro to College and Careers class. Juniors and seniors are eligible for 2 dual enrollment vouchers, each good for 1 free CCV course. And seniors can complete their last year of high school and first year of college at the same time through the Early College Program. They can even stay at CCV and earn a free associate degree through the McClure Free Degree Promise. Learn more at gotocollegevt.org.
This game is made possible by locally owned Packard Fuels. Located in East Montpelier, Vermont, Packard Fuels is a proud and generous supporter of local high school sports and community events. Packard Fuels, your provider of home heating oil and service with a friendly... Tournament Specialties is a proud sponsor of Central Vermont sports. If you are in need of decorated apparel such as t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, or outerwear, look no further. Tournament Specialties is located in Barrie and would love to work with you on taking your design to the next level. In addition to their embroidery and printing services, they now have a laser etching system that allows for custom etching on drinkware, leather, patches for caps, and other etching needs. Jeff would also be happy to discuss custom online storefront options for your organization. If you are looking for a creative way to fundraise, this has proven to work very well for many local teams and organizations. To learn more, email Jeff at tournamentdesigns@gmail.com.
Back here at Spaulding High School, Lori Shepard with the call tonight. You're watching this live on CVTV723.org and CVTsport.net. Again, the Lamoille Lancers coming off an impressive victory Friday night against North Country, 67-46. And the Spaulding Crimson Tide coming off a loss to the Montpelier Solons, the 4-time defending champs in Division II in the second annual Winter Solstice Tournament. Very early in this season we are, but these are two teams with promising starts. And as always, with visions of the very odd at the end of the season in the sights. Jumping it up for the Spaulding Crimson Tide will be junior forward Jackson Like. In the home whites, jumping it up for the Lamoille Lancers will be James Wallace. In the road blue off the tip, ball is controlled by Aiden Badger. Lamoille in their man-to-man defense, Like posting up nicely on that block, loses a handle on the leather and poking it from behind is Jackson Hogue, who goes to lay it in, but Jackson Like will have none of that. Coming the other way is Alex Cepeda, the feed to Luke Emmons, curling across that baseline for the first field goal of the evening. A lot of energy here on a Monday night at Spaulding High School. Spaulding in their man-to-man defense. Hogue sized up by Emmons, gets it down low to Wallace. Wallace, nice interior defense by the junior Jackson Like. On the dribble drive, Hall kicks it back out to Hogue. Hogue with a little runner, gonna have a traveling call. Possession will go back to the Crimson Tide. Lamoille Lancers in their, looks like a zone press, a 2-2-1. Finnegan hits Cepeda, flashing in the middle. Emmons up the sideline, a little lob trying for Like, but just a little bit too mustard on that pass. Possession will go back to the Lancers. We are just 1 minute into this Division II game. Handoff to Hungerford. Back to Hogue. Looking down low to Hungerford. They work the ball around. Back to Hogue we go. We're going to have a little push foul on the baseline. This foul's going to go on Luke Emmons, the junior guard for Spaulding. That'll be his first and the team's first. On the floor was the call. Inbounding it will be Colby Hall for the Lancers. Hall gets it into Hungerford. Hungerford goes spin baseline, lays it up, no good. Cepeda there with the rebound for the Tide. Here comes Fletcher Finnegan the other way, back on top to Badger. A little dribble drive behind the back. We're going to have a little push foul. It's going to go on Colby Hall. That will be the Lancers first. And, of course, Hall's first as well. Inbounding it for the Crimson Tide will be Luke Emmons from the side. Fletcher Finnegan run the offense. A little shake and bake crossover. A little stutter step, and he pulls back. Gives it right up on the give and go from Like back to Finnegan, but not able to corral the leather. Here come the Lancers the other way. Putting up the 3 ball is Hall. Coming away with the rebound is Azariah Hungerford. And the bucket is good, and Hungerford will step back to the line, or will step to the line for the first time to finish off the 3-point play. Shot is up and back iron by Hungerford. Here come the Crimson Tide up the sideline. Ball in the hands of Finnegan. Blocked from behind. Ball makes its way to Aiden Badger. And as I said in the pregame, watch out if Badger starts heating up for the Crimson Tide. On top to Conger. Over to Hogue. Conger deflected out from behind. Here comes the Crimson Tide and Badger the other way. Badger back on top to Luke Emmons. Emmons with a crossover and quick first step, just loses a handle on the basketball. Here come the Lancers the other way with Hungerford. Step through by Hungerford, uses the glass nicely. 5-4, Crimson Tide with the early lead. Off the turnover, here come the Lancers, cutting off the baseline nicely was Cepeda, and we're going to have a travel call on Hogue. That will turn the ball back over to the Crimson Tide. 5:05 to go here in the first quarter. Tide on top by 1. Staying in the zone press. Cepeda comes up the left side. Nice ball movement by the Crimson Tide. Skip pass over to Finnegan. Here comes Badger, finishing softly at the rim. Using the glass so well was Aiden Badger. 5 points on the night for Badger in the early going. Wallace on top to Conger. Back to Hogue. Screen set by Wallace. Shot by Hogue, no good. And Finnegan with the rebound for the Crimson Tide. Ball screen by Like. Nice screen and roll by Like. 2 players collapse on Like. He'll kick it back out to Finnegan, who sizes up the defense. A nice little switch off, trying to trap Finnegan. The turnover. Here come the Lancers. Yep. Travel call on James Wallace down in the paint. That one I definitely saw from here. Inbounding it will be Emmons for the Crimson Tide. Looking to reverse it against this press. Cepeda gets it up the side to Badger for 3. And back iron, 1 and done. Here comes Graydon Conger the other way for the Lancers. Hungerford will reset, getting the ball in the hands of Jackson Hogue, the junior guard. Hogue in the paint, pull up in the paint. Nice soft touch, but 1 and done. Great job by the Crimson Tide on the defensive boards here in the early going. Cepeda with a crossover, tries to split the defenders. Kicks it out, but getting a hand in the passing lane is Graydon Conger. And here comes Colby Hall the other way. And we're going to have our 3rd team foul on the Crimson Tide. This one going against Aiden Badger. That is his first and the team's 3rd. Colby Hall, the junior guard forward, will step to the line for the Lancers. First shot by Hall, back iron. Second shot by Hall is good. Passing out of the trap is Emmon up ahead to Finnegan. Sit down to Badger. Sizes up a 3, passes on it. A little shuffle pass to Finnegan. He pulls up, back iron, and there is Luke Emmons with an offensive board. And getting it out to the hot shooting Aiden Badger. 8 points already for Badger, a couple of 3-pointers here in the first quarter. A little pull up by Jackson Hogue, nowhere to go, just a nice soft turnaround. Makes it a 10-7 game. Crimson Tide on top. Badger attacking the rim, nice behind the back pass to Lake. Definitely a hack across the arm. But a nice setup by Aiden Badger. Second team foul on the Lancers. This one going, though, on Colby Hall, and that makes both those fouls on the Lancers on Hall. He'll exit the game, and in for the Lancers is Ryan Clark, the sophomore guard. Inbounding will be Aiden Badger. Into Cepeda. Skip to Emmons. Nice little ball screen set for Badger. But instead, we're going to have an offensive foul. That's going to go against Jackson Lake. That's the 4th team foul on the Crimson Tide with 2:31 to go in the first quarter. Second foul on Lake. So we got Colby Hall of the Lancers and Jackson Lake of the Crimson Tide with 2 fouls here with 2:25 to go in the first quarter. Nice soft floater again for Hogue. Gets the shooter's roll. Coming into the game for the Crimson Tide is Hayden Morris, the junior forward. Kick out to Emmons. Tries to split the defenders. Back out to Finnegan for 3. And the rebound by James Wallace, but tries to get it to Jackson Hogue and just misfires. Ball goes out of bounds, giving the Crimson Tide a New Year's gift right there. So with 1:57 to go, 1-point game, Tide on top. Inbounded to Finnegan, to Morris, back to Cepeda, who sizes up a 3, puts it up, and nothing but the bottom of the net. (13-9), 1:40 to go here in the first quarter. Hungerford resets the offense over to Hogue. And a nice job splitting the defense for Hogue, and that's a quick 6 points in the last 2 minutes for the junior guard. Cepeda sizes up the defense, looks for a back cut from Morris. It's not there. Shot goes up by Badger, and Cepeda takes on 2 blue jerseys, able to get it out to Finnegan. It's going to be a foul on the Lancers. That'll be their 3rd team foul. This foul going on Jackson Hogue. That is his first and the team's 3rd. Coming in for the Spaulding Crimson Tide, senior guard Alex Hutchinson. This kid is a huge spark coming off the bench for Coach Thornton and the Tide. Hutchinson over to Badger. Badger passes on the 3. Into the game for the Lamoille Lancers, Isaac Schroeder, the junior guard. And right on cue, Schroeder with the tracks down the long defensive board. Crossover by Schroeder. Loses a handle, but able to get it over to Hungerford, who tries to finish straight on. Good interior D by the Crimson Tide. I was going to bank that. Badger with the kiss off the glass. 10 points here in the first quarter for Aiden Badger. 25 seconds to go. Hogue over to Hungerford. Little screen and roll, but instead Hungerford's going to finish at the rim. And a nice strong finish by the senior forward. He'll go back to the foul line. to try to finish off the 3-point play. Coming into the game for the Lancers, sophomore guard Braden LaFontaine. Hungerford does just that, finishing off the 3-point play. 1-point lead for the Crimson Tide. Able to deflect it away was Hungerford at the other end. Still plenty of time. LaFontaine for 3, and it just hits front iron. And that'll wrap up the entertaining first quarter here at Spaulding High School. Crimson Tide on top, 15-14. We'll be right back.
Granite, coffee, manufacturing, food. It's not easy to make a living in Vermont. We really are the bank behind almost every industry. We care about businesses growing and succeeding because that success is our success. We're a billion-dollar bank made up of thousands of Vermont businesses. Our customers make fresh coffee for great conversations and pull us out of the ditch on a cold, snowy night. Wherever you are laying down your roots, taking a risk, building a dream, we're here.
Spaulding and U32 boys and girls hockey is made possible by the Auto Clinic, quality automotive sales and service, towing and recovery. 929 Southbury Road, 802-476-5379.
Back here at Spaulding High School, Lori Shepard with the call, Michael Deering on the camera, and our producer, Ben Brown. Hoop fans, you are watching this on CVTV723.org and CVTsport.net. 1 in the books, Crimson Tide with the 1-point lead. Inbounding it to Braden LaFontaine. And Hutchinson with that great on-ball defense forces the turnover, and here comes Fletcher Finnegan the other way. "13 seconds in, we're going to have a foul on the Lamoille Lancers. This one going on. Actually, I think that's on Ryan Clark. It is indeed. It's on the sophomore guard, Clark. Fletcher Finnegan will step to the line for 2 for the Crimson Tide. First shot is up, a little bit of back iron. 10 points in the first quarter for senior guard Aiden Badger. Second shot by Finnegan is good. 2-point lead for the Crimson Tide. Hungerford over to LaFontaine, who sizes up a 3, in and out. A little scrum for the rebound. Looks like it's right in the student section. We've got 2 bodies on the floor. And possession will stay right here with the Lancers off of Badger. Schroeder, closely guarded by Finnegan. Nowhere to go. He's able to get it out to LaFontaine. And again, Hutchinson with some great on-ball defense. And just like that, Schroeder loses a handle on the ball. Had it, but just started to look towards the paint and lost a handle. Those are the turnovers that, well, all I can say, maybe a few gray hairs for coaches over over time. Those are the ones that hurt. Finnegan with the crossover, falls down, keeps his dribble alive, and finishes in the paint. And again, losing a handle on it this time. Actually, Schroeder again. And here comes Morris the other way for the Crimson Tide. Badger for 3. Got a good look, but just not A little bit of legs missing on that one. Coming back into the game for the Lancers is Jackson Hogue. Also in for the Lancers is senior guard Glenn Westenberg. LaFontaine with the skip over to Hungerford. Hungerford steps up, tries to use glass, doesn't get it up off the glass. Clark with the rebound, no good. Little under the cylinder there. Here come the running Tide. Cepeda the other way. Misses at the rim, and here come the Lancers. Up ahead to Ryan Clark for 3. 1 point lead for the Tide. Oh, Finnegan with a travel. Fletcher Finnegan just with the stutter step. Hutchinson, little dribble drive. Changes direction and finishes softly in the paint and at the rim. Such composure by Hutchinson. Turnover by the Lancers. Give the ball back to the Crimson Tide with a 3-point lead. 5:40 to go to the half. Ball in the hands of Fletcher Finnegan. On top to Hayden Morse. Morse tries to turn the corner, gets the ball to Hutchinson. Nice dribble drive floater by Hutchinson. Rebound by Hungerford for Lamoille, and like a freight train, he's going the other way. A little too hard off the glass. Morris comes away with a defensive board for the Crimson Tide. Skip pass over to Badger. Flips it back out to Finnegan, sizing up the defense. Step back 3 for Finnegan. Nothing but the bottom of the net. To the approval of the Crimson Tide faithful. 6-point lead for the Crimson Tide. Nice little runner in the paint by Jackson Hogue. 8 points for the junior guard. Finnegan gliding along, gets an on-ball screen. The kick to a wide open Aiden Badger. Not able to knock it down. Coming away with the defensive board is Braden LaFontaine. I have a foul on the floor. This foul is going to go on Fletcher Finnegan. That is his first and the team's first. Inbounding it will be Glenn Westenberg for the Lancers. Back into the game, James Wallace for Lamoille. Little skip pass. And using all of the cylinders, Westenberg tried to get it up off glass, but was able to get the shooter's touch. Jackson Lake back into the game for the Crimson Tide. Lowers the shoulder, goes to lay it off glass. Good interior defense by the Lancers. Back out to Westenberg. 3-point shot put up by Clark, no good, but another offensive board for the Lancers. Hogue will reset the offense for Lamoille. Over to Conger. Back down to Clark. Skip pass to Hogue. Nice little floater, and I tell you what, Hogue knows how to use all of that cylinder. 10 points for the junior guard. And we've got ourselves a tie ball game with 3:25 to go to the half. Finnegan loses a handle. Badger tries to save it, but ball goes in the hands of Conger. Back out to Westenberg, and a tie-up on the floor. Possession arrow will favor the Crimson Tide. And I think not liking what he sees right now, Coach Marcus Thornton will call a full timeout and will take it to 3:12 to go to the half. We are knotted up at 23. back here at Spaulding High School. Hoop fans, you're watching this game between the Spaulding Crimson Tide and Lamoille Lancers on CVTV 723.org and CVTsport.net. Out of the timeout. Working the ball down low to Jackson Lake. And pinning the defender, James Wallace, nicely was Lake. We're going to have a foul on the floor. It will be the third team foul on Lamoille, this one going on James Wallace. Actually, I got ahead of myself. That is the second team foul on Lamoille. First on Wallace. Inbounding it will be Badger. To Cepeda, back on top to Fletcher Finnegan. Nice little teardrop pass into Lake, who finishes at the rim. Jackson Lake working those pick and rolls nicely and a nice entry pass. Shot goes up by Westenberg. No cylinder, but an offensive save, I'm going to call it, by the Lancers. Little up and under move by Jackson Hogue. And he has such a soft touch around the rim. That's 12 points for Hogue. Here comes Hogue the other way and tries to split the defenders. This foul could go on either Emmons or Finnegan. It is going to go on Luke Emmons. This will be the second team foul on the Crimson Tide and the first on the junior guard Emmons. Jackson Hogue to the line for the Lancers. Shot is up and good. Into the game for Lamoille, Jalen Timmons, the senior forward. Also in Grayson Stridesburg, the junior guard. Second shot is good for Hogue. 14 points here in the first half. Finnegan coming up the right side. Closely guarded by Conger. Finnegan pulls it back out. We're gonna have a foul. That's gonna go on Graydon Conger. That is the third team foul on the Lancers. First on Conger. Inbounding it will be Luke Emmons for the Tide. Gets it to Finnegan in the backcourt. Badger with the little curl. Takes a one dribble and shoots the three. And Mr. Badger is still hot. 3 threes in the first half. Gives the Crimson Tide the 1 point lead. Timmons to Hogue. Back to Stridesburg. Timmons over to Hogue. Nice little weave for the Lancers. Looking for a crease in that defense. They do not find it. Timmons dives on the floor, able to save it. Ball in the hands of Jackson Hogue. A lot of dribbling, nowhere to go. Great defense by the Crimson Tide. Back out to Conger, and Conger takes it hard to the rim. Turnover for the Lancers. Will give the ball back to the Crimson Tide with 61 seconds to go to the half. A little full court man-to-man pressure by the Lancers. But we're going to have an offensive foul when all is said and done, and that is going to go on the junior guard, Fletcher Finnegan, and that will be his second. Coming in back into the game is Alex Cepeda, and Finnegan will take a seat with his 2 fouls. Inbounding it will be Hogue for the Lancers. Lamoille working the ball around the perimeter. Back to Hogue on that weak side. He lines up a three-pointer, no good, but Timmons there with a weak side rebound and putback for the Lancers. First lead of the night for the Lancers. 40 seconds to go to the half. Badger will hand off to Cepeda. Down low, the tip out, but able to corral it as Emmons. And we will have a travel call. A little up and down by Lake will give the ball back to Lamoille with 23 seconds to go. He's smooth shooting Jackson Hogue with the ball in his hands. Guarded by Luke Emmons, and that's some solid on-ball defense by Emmons. Ball trickles out of bounds, will stay right here with the Lancers, but I like that on-ball defense by the junior guard. Conger will inbound for Lamoille, 12 seconds to go. And we got a little discussion going on between Coach Thornton and Mike Gordon. Ball in the hands of Jackson Hogue. Guarded by Emmons, receives a ball screen, slips the ball screen. Little pull-up jumper by Hogue, and nothing but net by the junior guard. $16 points unofficially for Jackson Hogue here in the first half. That's going to wrap up a very entertaining first half by the strong Division II ball clubs. We'll step out for a quick Gatorade break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the scoring from the first half. One half in the book, Lancers with a 3-point lead, 31-28. We'll be right back.
This game is also made possible by Vermont Fellowship of Christian Athletes, established in 1954, a community working to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. You can find more information at fcavermont.org, and you can contact them by email at glennolson@fca.org.
Vermont middle and high school students can start college for free at the Community College of Vermont. Get a taste of college life and learn about options after high school by attending an Access Day and enrolling in our Intro to College and Careers class. Juniors and seniors are eligible for 2 dual enrollment vouchers, each good for 1 free CCV course. And seniors can complete their last year of high school and first year of college at the same time through the Early College Program. They can even stay at CCV and earn a free associate degree through the McClure Free Degree Promise. Learn more at gotocollegevt.org.
This game is made possible by locally owned Packard Fuels. Located in East Montpelier, Vermont, Packard Fuels is a proud and generous supporter of local high school sports and community events. Packard Fuels, your provider of home heating oil and service with a friendly staff. This game is made possible by Brookside Building Solutions, specializing in insulation, heat pumps, siding, roofing, and general construction. You can call for a free estimate, 802-279-7820, Brookside Building Solutions.
Do you have scrap metal taking up space in your home, business, or job site? Whether you're a contractor, electrician, manufacturer, service garage, or homeowner, Bolduc Metal Recycling is your local recycling expert, helping clean up junk piles, keeping Vermont green, and putting green in your wallet. Bring your big or small scrap metal load to them on Bolduc Road in Middlesex, where their 3 scales and professional staff will help you recycle it. Their roll-off containers come in a variety of sizes for one-time or ongoing scrap metal collection. They buy and recycle copper, brass, steel, wire, pipe, lead-acid batteries, cars, appliances, and more. They're contractor-friendly with years of experience and provide project walkthroughs. Let their team handle your site cleanup or demo. Bulldogs also has storage containers in 20 or 40-foot lengths for rent or purchase. Perfect for keeping your valuable items out of the elements, safe, and close at hand. For more information, visit BolduckMetalRecycling.com. Their name is their website, and as always, Bolduc Metal Recycling says, thanks a ton.
This game video is made possible by All Set Driving School. All Set Driving School offers 3 teen driver's education class sessions, spring, summer, and fall. With DMV certified instructors, contact them by phone 371-9293 or email This game video is made possible by All Set Driving School. All Set Driving School offers 3 teen driver's education class sessions, spring, summer, and fall. With DMV certified instructors, contact them by phone 371-9293 or email allsetdrive@aol.com. All Set Driving School, a proud supporter of U32 basketball and Central Vermont sport. Established in 2016, Central Vermont Elite is an area AAU basketball program that is committed to player development and creating a positive playing experience. Coaches are committed to developing skills, character, teamwork, and sportsmanship through hard work. For more information, contact Bill Gant. Email bgant23@yahoo.com or by phone 802-793-3092. Central Vermont Elite is a local supporter of area basketball. This game is made possible by CVTV723.org. If you want to support live-streamed Spaulding High School sports, please go to CVTV723.org and look for the Donate Now tab.
Granite, coffee, manufacturing, food. It's not easy to make a living in Vermont. We really are the bank behind almost every industry. We care about businesses growing and succeeding because that success is our success. We're a billion-dollar bank made up of thousands of Vermont businesses.
Our customers make fresh coffee for great conversations and pull us out of the ditch on a cold, snowy night.
Wherever you are laying down your roots, taking a risk, building a dream, we're here.
back here at Spaulding High School. Hoop fans, you are watching this home game between the Spaulding Crimson Tide hosting the Lamoille Lancers on CVTV723.org and CVTsport.net. Strong third quarter by the Lancers has them on top by 3. Sharp shooters, Jackson Hogue 16 points in the first half for Lamoille. And on the flip side, Aiden Badger with 13 points, 3 threes for the Crimson Tide. First possession goes to the Lancers to start off the second half. And finishing rather easily at the rim is Colby Hall, who had to sit out quite a bit of that first half in foul trouble. Turnover by the Crimson Tide. Little floater runner by Jackson Hogue, and Finnegan comes away with the rebound for the Crimson Tide. Fast pace, 30 seconds here to start off the second half. Jackson Lake on the high post loses a handle on the handoff to Finnegan. And Colby Hall is making his presence felt here in the early going. Tries a little shuffle handoff, able to get it back, then back into the hands of Alex Cepeda. Cepeda up ahead to Badger, who finishes nicely on the pass and lay-in. 15 points for the senior guard. Hungerford as they work the ball around to the weak side to Jackson Hogue. A little stutter step move by Hogue. He kicks it in the paint to Wallace. Back iron. Here comes Finnegan the other way. Cross court pass to Badger, who finishes easily at the rim. 17 points for Aiden Badger, and filling that weak side in transition is the senior guard. Hungerford, guarded by Emmons, able to kick it on the baseline to Wallace. Nice runner, nice shot by Wallace, but in and out. Defensive board by Graydon Conger will put Conger at the line for Lamoille. First foul of the second half will go on Aiden Badger. That is his second. Obviously the team's first. First shot by Conger, back iron. Second shot is a back iron again. Trying to save it was Hungerford. But here come the Crimson Tide, trying to get it to Like in the paint. Nice active hands by Lamoille, and nice active hands by Aiden Badger. Cepeda will look to pull it back out. Back on top to Emmons. Over to Cepeda. Little ball fake and nowhere to go. He kicks it out to Like. Like takes on 2 defenders and wisely kicks it out to Finnegan. Back to Like, repositioning on the mid-block area, and the nice turnaround by Jackson Like. 1 point lead for the Crimson Tide, 5:30 to go here in the third quarter. On top to Conger, over to Hogue. Pull up by Hogue, back iron, and the push off on Wallace. I could see that one from here, so that is going to go on James Wallace. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Second on Wallace, so we're going to have a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout, and we'll take it to 34-33, Tide on top. Welcome back, Hoop fans. You're watching this Division II game between the Spaulding Crimson Tide hosting the Lamoille Lancers on CVTV 723.org and CVTsport.net. Out of the timeout. Possession with the Tide. Full court zone press, able to get it right up the side to Aiden Badger. Just hits the back iron a little bit, as he is on fire with 3 threes and 17 points here for the Crimson Tide. Hogue will reset the offense for Lamoille. Handoff to Hall. Back on top, the pull-up from the foul line, little extension by Wallace, hits back iron. We're going to have another foul on the Lancers. This will be their second foul. And this one will be going on Hungerford. That is actually Hungerford's first and the team's second. Turnover by the Crimson Tide. Inbounding it will be Graydon Conger for Lamoille. Crimson Tide in there, half-court man-to-man. Hogue feeding it down low to Hungerford on the block, a little inside-out game. Hogue with the runner, and gosh, he uses that cylinder so well. Makes its way back to Hogue. And trying to get it over to Colby Hall. Badger able to step into the passing lane. Emmons feeding Jackson Like. Nice up and under move by Like. Nice footwork, nice finish by the junior forward. I think out of that last timeout, Coach Thornton said, let's work a little inside-out game, but let's feed the big man, especially when the defender is pinned. The Crimson Tide student body is awake now. Conger for 3, and what a good answer by the Lamoille Lancers. We're going to have a foul on Lamoille. That'll be their third of the quarter. This one going on Colby Hall, who was in foul trouble in the first half. This will be his third, also the team's third, with 3:30 to go here in the third. Cepeda, guarded by Hungerford. And we're going to have a push foul. I believe this is going to go against Wallace. A lot of little shoving for position down on the blocks. That'll be the third foul on Wallace, the team's fourth, with 3:23 to go in the third. Inbounding it will be Aiden Badger. Emmons back on top to Cepeda. Emmons looking at Jackson Lake. He brings the ball down, so almost a tie-up, but we're going to have a reach and foul instead. And definitely the game plan for the Crimson Tide is feed Jackson Lake on that block. That quickly is 4 fouls on Hall, 2 in the last minute. And also, that is the 5th team foul on the Lancers, so Tide will be in the bonus. First shot by Like is good. And for the Crimson Tide, Hayden Morris, the junior forward. In for Lamoille, Ryan Clark, the sophomore guard. And Isaac Schroeder, the junior guard. Second shot by Like, in and out. Schroeder up the left side, pulls up for 3, and that's a pretty sweet stroke by the junior guard. Lamoille with a 2-point lead, just a few ticks under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And a wide open look for Hayden Morris. And a good time for the junior forward's first field goal of the night. And coming back the other way is Ryan Clark for three. It is definitely raining threes here in the last 45 seconds. They get out on Hayden Morris this time. He tries to go baseline, and he steps on the baseline. Possession will go back to the Lancers. And the energy in this gym has definitely picked up in the last couple of minutes. 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Lancers clinging to a 2-point lead. Conger, Hogue in the paint, and I got to tell you what, once he gets there and gets a nice look, nice little teardrop jumper, soft touch by the junior guard. 4-point lead for Lamoille. Like over to Cepeda for three. Did I mention it's raining threes? Wow, that's 4 threes in the last 2 minutes. 1-point lead for Lamoille. And the officials doing an outstanding job of keeping everybody in check here. This foul will go on the Crimson Tide. It'll be on Fletcher Finnegan. That is his third and the team's second. Inbounding it will be Conger for Lamoille. In for the Crimson Tide, Alex Hutchinson, who I'm just going to keep calling that spark plug off the bench for Coach Thornton and the Tide. Dribble drive, kick over to Conger, back on top to Schroeder. Crossover dribble, doubled up in the paint, and we're gonna have a little elbow. And this one's going to be called on Jackson Lake. And the fouls are starting to pile up here. That'll be the third on Lake and the third team foul on the Crimson Tide. Coming back on the inbounds play to Schroeder. Just a little bit of back iron music, and here comes Morris the other way. Badger back to Morris. Into Lake, great positioning for Lake. But just not able to finish at the rim. Here come the Lancers. A little scrum for the ball. Ball in the hands of Hungerford. He'll pull up right below the foul line, and Lake comes down with a big board for the Crimson Tide. 45 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Fast-paced, entertaining three-point fest here. Badger misses the three-pointer, which doesn't happen often. And here comes Hope the other way for the Lancers. That is a pretty finish in the paint. Nice little floater by Jackson Hogue. The junior guard is putting on a clinic. He will go back to the foul line to try to finish off the three-point play. Glenn Wustenberg back into the game for the Lancers. 20 points on the night for Jackson Hogue. In and out with the foul shot. And Lamoille comes away with a big board. Trying to build off the three-point lead that they have. 23 seconds, no reason to rush. But a cutting Conger from weak to ball side. Able to maintain possession are the Lancers. 12 seconds to go. Hogue guarded by Emmons. A little floater from the foul line, no good. And Aiden Badger's gonna put a runner up. And off the top of the backboard, that puts 3 quarters in the book. We'll step out for a quick break, and when we come back, the final quarter of this entertaining Division II game between the visiting Lancers and the Spaulding Crimson Tide.
Tournament Specialties is a proud sponsor of Central Vermont Sports. If you are in need of decorated apparel such as t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, or outerwear, look no further. Tournament Specialties is located in Barrie and would love to work with you on taking your design to the next level. In addition to their embroidery and printing services, they now have a laser etching system that allows for custom etching on drinkware, leather, patches for caps, and other etching needs. Jeff would also be happy to discuss custom online storefront options for your organization. If you are looking for a creative way to fundraise, this has proven to work very well for many local teams and organizations. To learn more, email Jeff at tournamentdesigns@gmail.com.
Back here at Spaulding High School, Hoop fans, you're watching this Division II battle on CVTV 723.org, CVTsport.net. And what an entertaining game this has been. Raining threes in that third quarter, back and forth. We'll start this fourth quarter with a 3-point lead for the Lancers. Again, coming off a big win Friday night, are the Lancers over North Country 67-46. Possession will be with the Tide. Fletcher Finnegan back in the game for Spaulding. On top to Morris, a little handoff to Cepeda, looking for a little dribble drive action. Works the spin move, leans in, uses the glass nicely, but hangs on that front of the rim, and here come the Lancers the other way. Down low on the reversal is Schroeder, but Lamoille able to maintain possession. Hogue resets it with a two-guard front. And a nice cut by Jackson Hogan. You could hear Coach Crittenden go, there he is, and he was off the back cut. Nice cut by Hogue. Finnegan looking to turn the corner before he has the ball. Here come the Lancers. Hogue with a nice little shuffle pass to Schroeder. Uses all the cylinder, but not able to knock it home. And Conger wisely gets a reset for Lamoille. Coach Crittenden always entertaining and fun to watch. Passing out of the baseline trap is Lamoille in the reset with the ball in the hands of Hogue, who just gets to the rim so nicely. Uses all of the cylinder, but another offensive board for Lamoille. Turning the corner and trying to finish is Ryan Clark, the sophomore. He doesn't finish, but gets the foul and will step to the line for two. First foul here of the fourth quarter. That foul goes on Luke Emmons, the junior guard. That is his third. And Ryan Clark, the sophomore guard, will step to the line for Lamoille. First shot is up and good. Nice rotation. Back in after a quick break is Jackson Lake. Taking a seat will be Hayden Morris. And shot number two coming for Ryan Clark. Shot is up and good. That's a nice soft shot by the sophomore. Nice arc, nice rotation, and a 7-point lead for Lamoille. Good on-ball pressure by Conger. Finnegan nowhere to go, nice switch off. And they are just trying to contain him. And a foul on the floor. Crittenden, Coach Crittenden wants the carry. And Coach Thornton would like to talk to his team, so we've got a full timeout on the floor, and we'll take it to 6 minutes to go in the contest. And the Lancers up by 7.
This game is made possible by locally owned Packard Fuels. Located in East Montpelier, Vermont, Packard Fuels is a proud and generous supporter of local high school sports and community events. Packard Fuels, your provider of home heating oil and service with a friendly staff that greets you with a smile. Owned by Ellery Packard III, Packard Fuels, 802-262-3835. Packard Fuels, keeping you warm.
Back here at Spaulding High School, Lori Shepard along with Michael Deering on the camera and our producer, Ben Brown. And out of the full timeout by the Crimson Tide. Let's see what Coach Thornton and his guys chatted about and drew up. Cepeda will inbound for the Crimson Tide to Like, Finnegan. Emmons looking for Badger, closely guarded. And there's Jackson Lake owning that low block, but he is drawing a crowd. And good defense by Lamoille. Credit Lamoille for double, triple teaming him. But one of the hardest things, and you try to tell these young adults, is when you've got them straight up D. Don't reach in, don't get them with the body. That foul is going to go on Westenberg. That is his first and the team's second. Like back to the line for two. First shot, nothing but net for the junior forward who has 8 points on the night. Second shot by Like is good. 5-point game as we approach 5:45 to go. Little half-court trap here by the Crimson Tide. And we're going to have a foul. I believe that's going to be on the junior guard, Fletcher Finnegan. And that'll be Finnegan's fourth foul, and the Crimson Tide's second. Lamoille with two as well. A lot of ball left to be played here, and Finnegan with four. Passing out of the trap, back on top to Hogue, works the ball around to Schroeder. Skip back out to Hogue. Nice ball movement by the Lancers. Looking in that high post. High post is covered by Like, so they work the ball back outside. Hogue takes on two defenders. We're going to have a reach-in foul on the Crimson Tide. This one's going on Jackson Like. This will be the team's third. And the fourth on Jackson Like. So 4 on Finnegan, 4 on Like. Working the ball around the perimeter. Inside game is covered. So Schroeder pulls up another offensive board for Lamoille. Ryan Clark this time takes it to the hole where he is fouled. That'll be the fourth team foul on the Crimson Tide, and we still got a couple of ticks under 5 minutes to go. This foul is on Aiden Badger, and that is his fourth. So Like, Finnegan, and Badger all with 4 fouls for the Crimson Tide. Front iron on the first shot by Clark. Second shot by Clark is good. 3 for 4 from the foul line. 9 points on the night for the sophomore guard. 6-point lead. Finnegan over to Emmons, trying to work it down low in that mid-range game that Jackson Lake is posting up so well. This foul's going to go on Westenberg. That'll be his second and the team's third. Emmons on top to Cepeda. Over to Badger. Receives a ball screen. Down to Like again on that mid-range. Ball screen to Cepeda. Nice little roll by Like. Badger wide open on that baseline. Turns and lays it off glass beautifully. Nice working by Badger down low, and nice job using that glass. 19 points for Aiden Badger. And the steal by Cepeda, but he'll be fouled before he's able to get out in transition. This foul will be on Ryan Clark. It'll be his second and the team's fourth, so both teams 4 fouls. Next one is the bonus for both. 4-point lead for the Lancers, 4:08 to go. Inbounded to Badger, who's wide open for 3, and you cannot leave him open for 3. 4 3-pointers, 22 points for the senior guard, and it is now a 1-point game. Shot no good by Lamoille. Badger comes away with a defensive board for the Crimson Tide. Finnegan. The foul will go on Lamoille. That'll be their 5th. I thought that Schroeder had good positioning, but with the body, first foul on Schroeder will send Finnegan to the line. 2 for 3 from the foul line for Fletcher Finnegan. 7 points on the night. Back in for Lamoille is Hungerford, along with Colby Hall, and the second is good for Finnegan. Crimson Tide with a 1-point lead. 3:30 to go in the contest. Hungerford to Hogue. Cepeda trying for the tie-up, and he gets just that. Possession arrow favors Lamoille. Jackson Hogue will set up the offense for Lamoille. 4 across offense. Wallace, backdoor cut, not there. Lamoille gets saved on that with the kick. Possession will stay right here with Lamoille. Inbounded to Hungerford. Tries to go baseline, and an offensive foul called on Hungerford with the push-off. Good positioning by Aiden Badger. Second foul on Hungerford. Finnegan. Yeah, definitely a travel call. As the dust settles, possession will go back to the Lancers. Inbounding it will be Colby Hall. 1-point lead as we approach 3 minutes to go in the contest. Wallace on top to Conger. Back down to Hogue. Working the ball inside out are the Lancers for 3, no good. And a big defensive board for Jackson Like and the Crimson Tide. Nice lay-in by Cepeda. Got to the rim and softly gets it up over the cylinder. 3-point lead for the Tide. Three-point shot by Hall, no good. And another big offensive board for Lamoille, this time by Hungerford. And he will step back to the line to try to finish off the old-fashioned three-point play. That foul going on Luke Emmons, his fourth. Again, like Finnegan, Badger, and Emmons all with 4 fouls. Back into the game for the Crimson Tide, Hayden Morris, the junior forward. At the line, Hungerford to try to finish off the three-point play and possibly knot things up at 54. Tie ball game with 2:22 to go. Cepeda gets a ball screen, doesn't get a ball screen, works it back on top to Fletcher Finnegan. A little dribble drive by Finnegan. Looked like he got away with a travel, but gets his own offensive board. And Fletcher Finnegan will step back to the line where he is 3 of 4 on the night. This foul going on Graydon Conger, that is his third. And I was just about to say, talk about getting a shooter's touch, but the roll went off to the left. Second shot by Finnegan is good. 1-point lead for the Tide as we approach 2 minutes to go. In this Capital Division II battle. Nice little ball fake and pull up for 3 by Colby Hall. And we're gonna have a foul on the floor on the Crimson Tide. This one going on Hayden Morse. That is the first foul on the junior forward. Back to the line, senior forward, Azariah Hungerford. First shot is up and good. Second shot for the senior back iron. And coming away with another offensive board is the Lancers. And Coach Crittenden wants to talk things over. Timeout on the floor, and we'll take it too. We are knotted up at 55 with 1:49 to go. We'll be right back. Back here at Spaulding High School, Lori Shepard with the call, Michael Deering on the camera, and our producer, Ben Brown, out of the timeout by Lamoille. We are knotted up at 55, 1:49 to go. Both teams in the bonus. Like Finnegan, Badger, and Emmons all with 4 fouls for the Crimson Tide. On top to Conger. So they work the ball around left to right, right to left. Hungerford to Conger. Take the air out of the ball just a little bit, looking for a crease in that defense. Hogue to Conger. And there's the crease they might be looking for. And upon doing that, Hungerford uses the backboard very nicely, spins around the cylinder and falls. 2-point lead. And Fletcher Finnegan with the step through will go back to the foul line for the Crimson Tide. This foul going on James Wallace. That is his fourth. Wallace and I think Colby Hall with 4 for the Lancers. Finnegan steps back to the line. Knocks down the first. 5 for 7 from the foul line for the junior guard. Back into the game is Luke Emmons for the Tide. 1-point lead for the Lancers. Second shot by Finnegan, back iron. Big rebound for Conger and the Lancers. 1 minute to go. A lot of patience here for Lamoille. Knowing that they want that crease, they found that crease, knowing there's 4 young men out on that floor with 4 fouls. This one goes on Jackson Like, and that is his 5th. And that's a big presence in the paint, on the blocks, and on the boards for the Crimson Tide. 9 points on the night for the junior forward. Stepping back to the line will be the senior forward, Hungerford. Nice second half for Hungerford, and I want to say at the foul line, but I have this jinx, so it's not fair of me to do to these young men. First shot is up and good. 2-point lead, timeout on the floor for the Crimson Tide, and we'll take it too. Lancers clinging to a 2-point lead. We'll be right back. Back here at Spaulding High School, Hoop fans, you're watching this Division II Capital Division game between the Spaulding Crimson Tide hosting the Lamoille Lancers on CVTV723.org, CVTsport.net. Out of the timeout, Hungerford will step back to the foul line, where he's got 1 left. Shot is up and it bounces around, and another offensive board, this time by Wallace, but not able to knock it down. That would have been a big bucket for Lamoille. But with 40 seconds to go, 2-point lead for the Lancers, a little full court pressure. Finnegan says just clear it out. Gets a ball screen by Badger, keeps getting a ball screen, and loses a handle on the basketball, and coming away with it is Hungerford. In the hands of Hogue. And that was huge. Hogue with a little forearm stretch, just flexed it out there a little bit too much. So the offensive foul goes on Jackson Hogue just when the Lancers were looking to run the clock out and possibly get to the foul line. We'll have a full timeout on the floor, and we'll take it too. Lancers clinging to a 2-point lead with 20 seconds to go. We'll be right back. Back here at Spaulding High School, and a huge offensive foul called on the Lancers. Jackson Ho gives the ball back to Spaulding when Lamoille's just looking to run out the clock or get a foul and get to the foul line. Inbounded to Hayden Morris, up to Cepeda, and a push foul on Hungerford will put Cepeda back to the line. And when I say back to the line, actually this is his first trip to the charity stripe. 8 points on the night for the senior guard. 2 shots coming. First shot is up and rattles around. A lot of time left. A lot of time left. Second shot by Cepeda, front iron, and falls into the hands of Finnegan. Deflected out by Lamoille. And we'll have a 30-second timeout on the floor for the Spaulding Crimson Tide, and we'll take it too. 12 seconds to go, and Lancers again clinging to a 2-point lead. Back here at Spaulding High School, out of the 30-second timeout by the Crimson Tide. The Tide getting the ball back off of a couple of missed foul shots. 12 seconds to go. Badger inbounds to Finnegan. Ball screen coming by Morris. Finnegan gets into the paint, 3-point shot, no good. And that 3-point shot was by Luke Emmons, and the rebound by the Lamoille Lancers as the clock runs out and the horn sounds, giving the Lamoille Lancers a huge Division II win, 58-56. We're going to step out for a quick Gatorade break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the scoring. We'll be right back in a flash. Back here at Spaulding High School, and what a thrilling Division II Capital Division game between the Spaulding Crimson Tide hosting the Lamoille Lancers, and when all is said and done, a 2-point victory for the Lancers. Take a look at the scoring for the Spaulding Crimson Tide. Jackson Lake with 9 points, Fletcher Finnegan 10 points, Alex Cepeda 8 points, Luke Emmons 2 points, Hayden Morris 3 points, and leading the way for the Spaulding Crimson Tide, senior sharpshooting Aiden Badger with 22 points. On the flip side for the Lamoille Lancers and Coach Crittenden, Jalen Timmons with 2 points, Graydon Conger with 3, Glenn Westenberg with 2 points, Sophomore guard Ryan Clark with 9 points. Colby Hall with 2. Isaac Schrader with 3 points. Coming up big in the second half was senior forward Azariah Hungerford, finishing the game with 14 points. And leading the way for the Lamoille Lancers, Jackson Hogue, the junior sharpshooter, with 22 points. So one more time from Spaulding High School, a final score of 58-56. That improves Lamoille to 3-3 on the season, drops the Spaulding Crimson Tide to 4-3 on the season. For Michael Deering on the camera, Ben Brown, our producer, I am Lori Shepard. Hoop fans, I hope you enjoyed this one. Lamoille ekes it out, 58-53. Happy hooping, everybody.
This has been a local sports video production brought to you by cvtsport.net, your local sports video leader. We'd like to thank our longtime partners, CVTV723.org, channel 192 and 194, Central Vermont Community Access Television, and Orca Media, Onion River Community Access Television in the greater Montpelier area is media for the people.
My daddy made this. Daddy!